What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And my desk is clean. It's nice because, of course, I do have some planned videos soon. If you guys are a Marvel fan, you guys do know it's October the 2nd now. Yesterday was October 1st. So if you guys are like fans of Marvel and Lego, you probably know what the big plans are for this week. If you do know me. So yeah, stay tuned for those or whatever you guys think I'm gonna make. But of course, I will give a little bit away. It isn't a minifigure showcase. I do have some planned videos of set reviews and stuff, so that kind of draws the line a bit more. Anyway, this isn't about that. This is about a figure that I got and I ordered 2 months ago. Yes, this is a 2-month figure. This is very important and very strange figure, and I really thought that it was not. But of course, let's go back to August. So August, I had a planned video. I've been recently canceling videos on my channel. There's a lot of videos that I planned and decided to delete. Like, I've really thought to myself that I want to do a room tour because I recently organized my room. Of course, I want to do a room tour, and I decided to cancel and say no. I recently did actually film a room tour like a year ago. I filmed one. It was actually really good. It was just very choppy and weird, and it didn't make any sense, and I probably won't do one for a while. Maybe if I hit 1,000 subscribers, that will be my subscriber special, so make sure to subscribe. But of course, I've been recently canceling videos. One of the videos was actually my favorite figures. I was going to show all of my favorite Marvel figures custom updates that I've ever made. War Machine, Ghost Spider, Gwenpool was definitely on that video. A lot of the Loki figures that I made, and some of the What If figures were on there, and I was very happy. I filmed it, and it was when I was sick. So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be giving my top 16 favorite Marvel minifigures that I've ever made or owned. It was a very coffee voice. I wanted to film something because I was in the filming mood, and I was like, all right, I want to film this, but I don't want to film the Guardians right now. I want to film when I have a better voice. Of course, I'm not sick anymore, so I filmed the holiday special. I was still a bit sick, but not anymore. But I filmed it, and I was like, all right, that's cool. But yeah, those are some of my canceled videos. But one of the ones that got canceled that was really done, and a lot of the figures, videos that were canceled were done, literally done. So they were like the Batgirl movie. The favorite figures, they were done. The video that I'm talking about now, I didn't finish it, but I did make the figures. So I wanted to have 2 figures show up because I was basing it off of the Fortnite game, which I don't play. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate in the comments. A lot of people are going to be like, thanks. But I wanted to make a Fortnite video because I really had really good ideas for what I wanted to make for some of the figures. And I canceled it because it was just, I didn't know that much about the characters and much about the game. I didn't want to do a lot of research about it, and I just wasn't a big fan of the game. I was just a fan of the designs of the suits. So of course, I'm filming the video because it was going to be for like a minifigure Monday. This is before the Incredible Hulk. And I got the Merc with the Mouth. I got Deadpool, which Deadpool was going to be in the video. Of course, he's a skin, and he was going to be like a pop-in, like, hey, it was going to be the first time I was going to get a Deadpool. And I got him in the same week. I got it, and I already finished all of the Fortnite figures, and I was just waiting for these 2 figures. So Deadpool was one of them. I wanted him to appear in the video, and I wanted another figure too. I wanted another special guest, which is the figure I'm talking about right now, and he didn't show up. All right, I waited around weeks and weeks and weeks. I got in contact with the guy, and I figured out on eBay that the package got lost. And it was literally so close. It was like maybe it was so close, but it was so close to coming here, but just didn't come, and I was like, crap. So the video got canceled. Not because the figure didn't show up, it's just also because I didn't want to film it. And I got a bit mad. So then after that, Gwenpool came in the mix, because I was like, all right, if I'm not going to get that, I'll get Gwenpool, which I got Gwenpool, which is awesome. Of course, putting her off to the side, and Deadpool. I was really bummed out I didn't get that figure. Also, when I ordered the figure, I actually recently went online. I was like, crap. So I really didn't think that much about it because I was like, hey, there's a new one of these figures coming out next year in a $40 set. Now, I know that was more expensive than I would get in the long run. The figure was $8 altogether, which is way more cheaper than $40. But it was going to be a new version, so I was like, hey, I guess I wait till next year, order that figure, maybe do a set review for it. Which I was like, all right, cool. I forgot about it. So literally yesterday, got the mail, and there he was. It was the figure I was looking for. Which, of course, by now you're probably wondering who it is. It's Ghost Rider. I wanted Ghost Rider to be in the video, and it was cool because I wanted the figure to be in the video, and he wasn't. So I got a bit mad. And now I got it. And I was like, oh my god, this figure I got 2 months ago. I've never got a figure in eBay randomly. It usually comes in the first week, a couple months or something like that. And Lego is very good with shipping. They usually come in around 4 to 5 days, I think. So I will be getting the new sets that I got soon. But of course, Ghost Rider. Very happy to have him now. And the video was canceled, so he's not really going to be in that video anymore. I've already took apart the figures. And also, this figure has more sadness to the story. Not a bit sad, but a bit like bummed out. But we'll talk about the figure, and then we'll go there. So the figure didn't come with the chain. However, your boy planned ahead, and I got a chain for him from the, I think, Molten Man, I think. But anyway, this figure is very good, and I got a really good version of him. Of course, I do also have the Robbie Reyes right here on my desk. I did take him off his shelf, though, so he could be in this video. But yeah, here's Robbie Reyes and Ghost Rider. This is my updated Ghost Rider. Usually it just came with black arms, black legs, and just like this. Which I haven't updated this figure. I might soon. I might give him some new legs, like some legs with like some knee pads on it or something. But I gotta take those off of another figure, which I might not. I might just keep him like this. But yeah. Anyway, the torso has, as you guys can see, the torso has really nice fire detailing and some metal chains. I actually saw this set in my Walmart that I went to. I saw it there, and I was like, oh, I should get it. And I was like, no, I'll get another set, which I didn't get any of the sets walking out of that Walmart. But anyway, on the back, you have some orange detailing and then a silver chain. As you guys can see, it's really cool. This was the first time they introduced this piece, which a lot of people got mad because it wasn't removable. Of course, you guys do know me. I do have the knockoff version, which is removable. If you guys want to see in your life, if you want to see this piece removed, there you go. That's what it would look like. And as you guys know, there would be so much customization that you could do to this hairpiece. I don't know. But anyway, here he is. He's pretty awesome. The face is really detailed. Of course, this is not removable. I thought this was a knockoff. If you want to know, just try to remove this. It doesn't work. And very awesome figure. Also, talking about planned ahead a bit, I also made a head for him as well, which goes into my second point, which I'll talk about in a minute. Anyway, the head is the Mission Impossible Tom Cruise head. Of course, the back is really bad. But anyway, he has this nice hairpiece that I got, Mr. Incredible hair in black. I don't think it works that well, but I think it looks really, it looks all right for Johnny Blaze. And that is the Ghost Rider figure. So, talking about the chain and the head for a little bit more. You guys probably don't already know this, I look at the figure. So, when I'm gonna get a figure, I'm like, all right, let me build a better, I guess. So, what I do is I go online and I look up hair pieces or something, because usually Lego really doesn't make the best figure. It's rare that they make the best figure of all time, and Lego won't make leg printing for some people that need it. So of course they add some legs on there and it works really well. So I take a lot of parts and I put them in a bin, and of course I do have a very loud bin right here, which is for the brand new videos that I'm going to come out soon with the updates. Of course, stay tuned for that. But of course, it was I made his bike, and it was the saddest part about it, and why I'm so happy to have him now, is I made his bike, and his bike was very hard to make because, of course, I didn't get the big one that came in the Lego set, which, in my personal opinion, I like mine more than Lego sets. It's too big, it's too giant. It actually doesn't work. Like this works really well as a Dodge Charger. It's too small. All right, you never talk about that with a Lego vehicle. It's too small. It should have been the Dodge Charger from this year, which I might make an update. Who knows? I'm probably not thinking back in that set though, with the Fast and Furious. But just really, I don't know why there's a black thing back here. But a really had a bunch of cool ideas for it, and one of the ideas for it was making his bike, which I did, and this was the saddest part about canceling, was about not getting this figures, because I made this awesome thing right here. This is amazing. I'm so happy that I have the figure now, and it was just, I'm so happy that I have the figure now, because it's just, imagine if this, I was going to use this for parts, but then I talked about, oh, Ghost Rider next year. I use it for him, I guess. But I actually tested Robbie Reyes, because he's a Ghost Rider, on it, and it looks awesome, which I'll show you. But talking more about the bike, this is a bike that is based on Lego Marvel Superheroes and Hirochi's design. I might put pictures of what both of them look like, who knows. Hirochi, though, was basically the model. This whole thing is Hirochi's design, except the sides and the wheels. The wheel in the front, his is actually skinnier than mine. His is like a skinny wheel. The back is the fat wheel, I think. But he came up with his own design. He's an awesome mock guy. I'm actually... he makes like the best build of better like mechs, and just an awesome dude in general. Really like his builds, and this is one of them that I was actually really happy, and I decided to take a lot of inspiration off of. And he came up with the whole front part. So I was building my own version of this, of course, and the front, this wheel was the most annoying thing about this whole build. This thing kept moving, and it doesn't move anymore. It moves up and down when I push it. But this thing used to like swing underneath, go up top. It just used to be so annoying. So what I did is I didn't go for his design originally, because I was like, okay, I don't want to take all his stuff off his design. But then in the long run, I got tired, and I was like, all right, I'll just go off his design. Which he did a really good, clever technique under here. He used a double-sided brick, which I wasn't using. And then he used it, and I used on mine. I was like, oh my god, this is actually the smartest thing. It stopped moving. It's incredible. It's a miracle. Up at the top was my own design. That's how I stopped it from going up before. I think he came up with another design, but I needed something to go across, which this is the Wonder Woman 1984 piece, by the way. But moving on to the back, of course, at the bottom, before we go into there, we have two guns right here. These were actually very rare in my collection. I had one on Red Skull. I didn't know where the rest were, but the horns back here. The horns are really the best part. They're really good, and I'm happy with the design. Also, some Outrider arms using the guns kind of for the handlebars. Of course, we'll fit Johnny Blaze on there in a minute. Very fragile. This is very fragile. The sides, definitely. I feel like if I could flick it really hard, the sides will come off. But I used a lot of the Doc Ock pieces with some kind of the Outrider pieces at the front to create the curve. And I know he has 3 engines, one down here. I couldn't come up with that. Just too it'd be too big. Then the sides, of course, have more of these pieces in black to keep these on. These are kind of extremely loose. They move a lot around, but they just kind of lay down. Then I used the Avengers guns that came in, like the AIM agents and stuff. Got 2 of those. And same build on the other side, of course, just like replicated. Then on the top, the wheel in the back was really hard too, because it kept moving. And then once again, I went for his design. I kept those things on the side, so it used to move in and out. However, he did his up and down, which up and down was much better because, of course, physics, and it only wants to go down, which is cool. It is, of course, a bit crooked, but I think that's a good sacrifice to have. But the wheel back here worked well. I didn't want to go for these orange discs because I use these for my Doctor Strange figures. I wanted to go for these pieces right here that go on the flames. Didn't work though. Just decided to go for just the random things at the front. And that's really and then of course I use a big black tooth with some Outrider arms as well for kind of the headrest, and you kind of just move those back and keep those aligned, and there you go. And once again, this was the most saddest part about the build, because I built this before the figure was here, because I didn't want to be like, okay, I got the figure now I gotta build this. So I decided to build it, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. Don't get me wrong, this is an awesome build, and it's definitely way better than Legos, but this is much more fragile. That's what's about Lego too. Lego makes their builds really big, and a lot of people are like, no, smaller. Like the Hulkbusters. The Hulkbusters are huge because you want more playability. It's supposed to be one of those things that a 4-year-old can chuck at a wall and it'll be all right. Which this thing, if you chucked at a wall, this thing would explode. It would never survive that, which is one of the things. The side piece would come off, the front piece would come off. This thing is just meant for display. It's not one of those things that you can chuck at a wall and it'll be all right. Yeah, a lot of these builds, like maybe this thing will break, a lot of pieces will fall off, but this thing is meant for a kid. You can tell when I shake this though, this thing is like, you feel like something's gonna break off, and it's really hard to put him on here. However, I will. If you do want to put him on here, he does have one of these 2-stud connection, which again from Rochi. I went for a different design. I went for a whole plate. I went for his design, and once again, he thought of the whole thing out through before me, and just a really good design. Of course, you can sit him down, and it's pretty hard, but how I would go if you had this at home and you built it, which I don't think you'll be able to build this because it's too complicated, just looking at on screen. It's not complicated for me because I built it, but a lot of things, like when you go online, it's pretty hard to see some stuff. But anyway, if you had this at home, move the handlebars all the way up. You don't need those in your way right now. Then also there you go. That's the best you'll get it. And of course, so yeah, with a bit of struggling, I got it on there. Of course, got the clip back on there. But of course, as you can see, the one function I wanted it to do was roll, which is pretty hard to do because it's kind of hard to do because it's the back wheel back here. That if you put this piece down like this, you can't move it. All right, you can move it, but it's just like, look at that. Look how non-smooth that is. You could still move it, but yeah, just keep it right there. It's like a headrest type thing. That's my only kind of design on this. And it's awesome. It looks cool. I'm very happy of how it turned out. And of course, I'm going to put Robbie Reyes in his so we can see them side by side. But yeah, very happy that I got this. Very quick video. The original plan was actually, I was going to show what I posted yesterday on my community on YouTube. Go through full. But yeah, really cool. You can put Robbie Reyes in his vehicle back here. And this is awesome. This is just cool. And these are both on my display. And they're just really cool builds that I'm happy that I finally got the figure for, because I kind of felt like, I shouldn't have built the build. But of course, in the long run, that's not how it will always go, though. You might build something in advance, and it might not work out in your favor. So, of course, putting the head back where I found it. But yeah. That's it for today's video. Of course, this is actually kind of a cool shot right there. That's kind of a cool shot, really. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned on this channel, of course, because I want you for some new videos that are coming out soon. So yes, that's it. Peace out and bye.